What's going on, everybody? Welcome in to an emergency Cobra cast. I was not planning on going live, but there is a lot going on, and there's a lot to cover and break down, and it's happening in real time right now. Now, a few days ago on Cobra Cast, someone asked me about the backlash that Elon Musk was facing over his visa tweets, talking about bringing more, top level or the top 1% of immigrants over for United States positions and jobs, American jobs. And I didn't really know what they were talking about. We actually read some of the tweets in real time, and I'm like, I haven't seen any of this, so I need to see what's going on with it. Elon Musk was facing a lot of backlash a couple of days ago from a lot of people in the MAGA crowd, and it's only gotten worse. The last 48 hours have been a complete disaster for Elon Musk. And that's putting it lightly right now. And people are starting to get involved with the conversation. People like Laura Loomer, people like Gavin Wax, other MAGA influencers are starting to get involved in the conversation. And now, because there's so much backlash against Vivek and Elon over this, because essentially, to put it in the most simplest terms, what Elon and Vivek are basically saying is a more fancy based way of doing what the left has been doing for the past 20 years in the United States of America. And they're not putting America first. And it's a different way that they're approaching this, but people are seeing right through it. And it is counter to what Donald Trump ran on. And that's essentially where we're at on that. And it's only gotten worse and worse. But what's really crazy is that a lot of these influencers are losing their verification and their monetization. And this just happened in real time. In fact, one of them is this account right here, Raw Alerts. He just commented on Elon's post, and he's lost his check mark now. He's lost his verification. And this is right after he reported on Laura Loomer losing her subscriptions and verification. Now, Laura Loomer has been going ham on Elon Musk, and I mean, she's been going hard. Ham means hard as a motherfucker, and she has been going ham. So Laura Loomer has deactivated subscriptions at the next renewal date. No, she hasn't. It was all taken from her, and we're going to go over to her account here in just a minute. But Raw Alerts has no check mark either. Verification check mark gone? Yes. And there's a lot of them. So here's Laura Loomer's account. I don't want to look at that one yet. Let me see, because I wanted to leave that one up. So Raw Alerts. Let me pull up Loomer now. Laura Loomer. So you go to Laura Loomer's account right now. Laura Loomer, no check mark, no subscriptions. Right here. I didn't change my profile pic. That's a lie by X to cover up the fact that they just nuked the check mark on my account and my subscriptions because I dared to criticize the H-1B visas today. My profile pic has been the same for months. So right here, she can't access premium anymore. I have now been banned from being able to purchase premium. She's not the only one. There's a lot more. Let me see if I could pull this up. I mean, this is crazy right now. This is all happening in real time. Many people are losing their verifications that were criticizing Elon and Vivek. Right here, here's another one, Patriot J. By the way, Elon Musk personally stole my check mark after my post about H-1B visa issue. Right here, breaking Gavin Wax, who also spoke out against big tech's H-1B policies. Has also just lost his blue check mark without changing anything on his account. Oh, this is wild. There's Brendan Dilly. Whoa, don't get comfortable, boys and girls. The new boss of this place is looking like the old boss. And he's been making some great comments about this whole thing, too. So there's Gavin Wax. My verification badge is now under review. Weird. I didn't change anything. Not this shit again. Brendan Dilly says, I'm about to lose my badge and subscribers, aren't I? Now, this is really what got it started. Laura Loomer absolutely destroys Elon Musk right here. And this is in response to Elon commenting about Laura Loomer. So here's Ian Miles Chong, who says it's wild to see MAGA turning against Elon Vivek, David Sachs. Laura Loomer's tweet is Doge a way of to cut spending or redirect the spending towards the pet projects of tech billionaire bros? It's looking like the latter, to be honest. Hey, let's convince the peasants that we are saving them money as we enrich ourselves. Then they find out and speak out. And so right there. And then Elon says, Loomer is trolling for attention. Ignore. Okay. So Laura Loomer responds. Now, I want to say this. You can say whatever you want about Laura Loomer. And I think there's some valid questions about Laura Loomer and her behavior. Her support for President Trump is not something you can question. You can question a lot, but you cannot question her support for President Trump. Her support for President Trump is 100% top tier. All right? So, Laura Loomer says, did you know that Elon Musk PAC is largely operated by Governor DeSantis' aides and staffers? Okay, whatever. Who cares, right? The same people who burned $500 million trying to take down President Trump in 2024 while he was being indicted and attacked. Somebody said Loomer started it. No, she did not. Loomer did not start this. What she has done is elevated it big time. But the backlash has been going on for days. And no, she didn't start it, but she's damn sure taking it to another level. The backlash has been going on for several days from a ton of people in MAGA. Anyway, she says, I just think it's important for people to know who the players are, especially now that Trump loyalists like myself are being called trolls by people who only decided to support Trump once a bullet almost went through his brain on live TV 4 months before the election. And there's another one actually. Hang on. That she right here. Here we go. Telling the truth isn't trolling. Read the room, Elon Musk. You bought your way into MAGA 5 minutes ago after Trump almost had his head blown off in Butler. Remember when you voted for Biden and propped up Governor Ron DeSantis and you said Trump was too old? We all know you only donated your money so you could influence immigration policies and protect your buddy Xi Jinping. You pretend like you have made such a sacrifice and investment donating to Trump and buying X, but you have only increased your own wealth and the wealth of your companies by practically invading Mar-a-Lago while trying to become Trump's side piece. Damn. The thing that's crucial here, all right? The thing that's crucial here to remember, and I'm not saying I'm 100% like on, I can't disagree with a lot of what she's saying. I can't. Elon Musk is one of the smartest people in the world. And yet it took him 10 years to decide that Donald Trump is not the worst human being on the planet. That is a little strange, is it not? Is it not strange that it took Elon Musk a decade to figure out what everybody else in MAGA knew for the last decade, that Donald Trump is the man? And then, again, you can say a lot about Elon Musk if you want, and that's fine. He is a brilliant human being. And the moment that Trump got shot on TV, Elon Musk put his full he put it all on the line for Trump at that point in time. Okay? Now you have to ask yourself why. Well, I mean, he probably saw the writing on the wall. Trump is going to win now. They just literally tried to assassinate him, and he stood up there with blood running down the side of his face and said, fight, fight, fight. Of course he's going to win. All right? So Elon clearly got involved at the right time and put everything behind it. I'm thankful for Elon Musk. I really am. I'm just opening up the conversation right now. That's all I'm doing, is opening up the conversation and saying that you can dismiss Laura Loomer as being crazy all you want. There is some truth to what she's saying there that needs to be considered. Okay? Now, that leads to her being demonetized. She's now demonetized. But not just her. There's other people that are being demonetized as well. This is a problem. This is a very big problem right now. And even in a thread that I was just in, Even a thread I was in, I'm worried if I'm going to get it hit now. So it's Gavin Wax. Gavin Wax just lost his. Let me see. There was another tweet somewhere right here. Give me just a minute, see if I can find it. So right here. So Elon makes this quote, this tweet. Just a reminder that the algorithm is trying to maximize. Hang on, let me make this a little bit larger so you guys can potentially see it. Okay, now is that going to work? Okay, and then I will move myself to here. Okay, so you guys can see this a little better. So he's basically talking about algorithm changes. It's far more credible, verified subscriber accounts, not bots. Mute, block your account compared to those who like your post. Your reach will decline significantly. And I said, this is a fucking terrible idea. There's already too much coordination with left-wing groups out there. Now you're just making it easier by giving them the blueprint. And then this guy responds, says, lots of conservatives have lost their blue check mark. Laura Loomer, Gavin Wax, the conservative pack, raw alerts. Damn, Elon's purging dissent. I don't know what's happening. I have no idea what to make of all of this. But if you want, like, I did see that CNN does have a video they just uploaded talking about this. So this is the full CNN segment on the H-1B visas. Elon Musk, Vivek Ramaswamy's comments on X. Here we go.
Elon Musk and Vivek Ramaswamy don't often find themselves facing backlash from the MAGA universe, but tonight there's a major divide between Trump's advisors and his MAGA base. Also, a second black box was just recovered that could provide new clues about what caused that passenger jet to crash, killing dozens overseas, along with terrifying new video from inside as the plane was going down. And while LeBron James is telling the NFL to back off the NBA's...
And yes, that is Scott Pressler for those that are... that is Scott Pressler. Time Fire. I follow Scott. Scott follows me on Twitter. I follow him back. I mean, if you want me, I can hook you up. I can throw Scott a message and tell him you're interested. Okay, just letting you know, buddy. Okay.
Crackdown when he takes office 25 days from now. We're seeing a crack between some of his top advisors and his MAGA base. Elon Musk and Vivek Ramaswamy are both facing major blowback from their own supporters for not only backing, but encouraging offering more visas to highly skilled foreign workers. Over the Christmas holiday,
there is some nuance to what they're saying. I just want everyone to understand there's nuance to all of this, okay? So, but I understand why people are very sensitive to this because this is exactly how it's been presented from the left in a pretty package, trying to make you think that this is for the good of the country. And the reality of it is that Americans, qualified Americans, have been pushed down. Qualified Americans have been told that, hey, we need to cover our diversity quota and all that bullshit. And you start hearing about this, you're like, no, America first. We voted for President Trump to get in here and clean this shit up, not to bring more of it in a different way. So that's why people are upset about this.
Musk posted this online saying, think of this like a pro sports team. If you want your team to win the championship, you need to recruit top talent wherever they may be. He later added, I'm referring to bringing in via legal immigration the top 0.1% of engineering talent as being essential for America to keep winning. He's talking about H-1B visas, which allow employers to hire highly skilled foreign workers. Musk, who himself is from South Africa, said that he once had this kind of visa, and he's arguing that Silicon Valley is facing a shortage of excellent engineering talent, as he put it. But the annual cap on those kinds of visas right now is at $65,000, with another $20,000 for those who get a master's or a doctorate in the U.S. Musk is being backed up by his partner in Trump's government efficiency initiative, Vivek Ramaswamy. He says it's a cultural issue that there aren't more competitive engineers in the U.S. Here's what he said online. A culture that celebrates the prom queen over the math Olympiad champ or the jock over the valedictorian will not produce the best engineers. A culture that venerates Corey from Boy Meets World, or Zach and Slater over Screech and Saved by the Bell, or Stefan over Steve Urkel and Family Matters will not produce the best engineers. But that argument is not going over well with Trump's MAGA base, certainly not online. Some of them saying, we did not ask them to engineer an immigration policy. Tech wants indentured servants, not high-skilled workers. you don't even know what MAGA immigration policy is. Now, Trump himself, who I should note restricted H-1B visas in his first term, has said on the campaign trail this time around that he did want to make it easier for educated foreigners to work in the U.S.
What I want to do and what I will do is you graduate from a college, I think you should get automatically as part of your diploma a green card to be able to stay in this country. And that includes junior colleges too. Anybody graduates from a college, you go in there for 2 years or 4 years. If you graduate or you get a doctorate degree from a college, you should be able to.
Didn't he back off this, by the way? I'm pretty sure he backed off this as soon as he said it. I think he did. Maybe I'm wrong, but I think he backed off this. Maybe I'm wrong.
To stay in this country.
My political sources tonight are former New York City Mayor Bill de Blasio, CNN political commentator and Republican strategist Shermichael Singleton, and also CNN economics and political commentator Catherine Rampell. And Catherine, you have covered this issue for a long time. Can you just lay out what we're looking at here in this divide between what Elon Musk says he thinks would be the best for the United States?
All right, let's see. Let's see. All right. Chad says you all got played. You realize no one is coming to save you, not even Daddy Trump. Chad, listen, we understand that you have an extremely small penis and you've never used it on a woman, okay? We're having a grown-up conversation, which is 100% okay to have, okay? It's not that big of a fucking deal. It's an interesting conversation. Debates are good. Disagreements are good. I know beta males like you are not used to these types of things, but normal people deal with disagreements every fucking day. All right. It's not that big of a deal. All right. So.
And why we are seeing something that we have not seen, frankly, almost at all lately, which is a lot of people in the MAGA universe outright disagreeing with him, arguing with him, and breaking with him online.
So Elon Musk and Vivek Ramaswamy in this particular case, I think, are exactly right. America's ability to attract talent from around the world is basically our economic superpower.
Anybody on CNN that's agreeing with the Elon and Vivek's not a good sign for Elon and Vivek.
The fact that in particular we've been able to attract high-skilled immigrants quite reliably in this country over the past century or so is why we have this enduring leadership in science, tech, and business. So just as an example, of all Fortune 500 companies, about half of them were founded by immigrants or the children of immigrants. And of the Nobel laureates, American Nobel laureates who have received prizes for the hard sciences this century, about 40% of them are immigrants who came to this country. So again, this is our superpower. And I'm very glad that Musk and Vivek Ramaswamy recognize it. I very much hope that they are able to influence Donald Trump on this particular issue, but I'm doubtful about it because just as you mentioned, in his first term, Trump was actually quite hostile to legal immigrants, in particular, by the way.
Hostile? Fuck off. Did she just use the term hostile? You work for CNN, the network that said fiery but mostly peaceful protest. And then you're going to use the word that Trump was hostile towards legal immigration. Get the fuck out of my face.
High-skilled legal immigrants. He made it really hard for them to come here, not just those who wanted work authorization, international students who cross-subsidize American students, by the way.
I see you, Chad.
He basically harassed them and made it very difficult for them to keep their legal documents in order. That's because as much as Trump has said, oh, he only objects to illegal immigration, he's very much in favor of legal immigration. His policies don't bear that out, and that's partly because Stephen Miller is the one who was the architect of Donald Trump's immigration policies.
And through all of this, she mentioned Stephen Miller, and through all of this that's going on today, Stephen Miller posted this to Twitter, transcript of President Trump speaking at Mount Rushmore on the eve of Independence Day 2020. And you can go over that, and that's him sending a message, all right? That's him sending a message through all of this bullshit right there. So the people that are directly in Trump's ear or vice versa, that they're putting the message out there. So that needs to be clear.
Last time around, and will probably do so again this time around, and is unlikely to adopt the sort of Musk, Vivek Ramaswamy view of things.
Yeah, Stephen Miller's getting a huge job in the West Wing. He's been around Trump for the 4 years he was out of office. And sure, Michael, as the Republican here, I wonder what your view on this is, because this is happening within the Republican Party. I mean, these are two top advisors to Trump, the MAGA world, who are kind of framing this as the true believers, who say, we asked for stricter immigration policies. That didn't mean coming with a carve out for high skilled workers that they say are taking American jobs here.
Yeah, look, I think with all due respect to Mr. Musk and Vivek Ramaswamy, they should focus on saving federal dollars for the taxpayers and not immigration policy. I
got to show you this real quick because I just saw this on my feed right here, the quartering. So Elon Musk just calling the right retarded outright here. Dude, what the F? Look at his reply. So this is Autism Capital says, so basically the right split into two factions, tech right and right. And so tech right is like, hey, we need the H-1B visa people to do the jobs. And the right was like, no, you need to hire Americans. And the tech right is like, but you guys are retarded. And Elon says that pretty much sums it up. That was eye-opening. Holy shit, man. What is going on with Elon right now? What is going on with him?
I understand some of the points that Catherine made, and I agree to an extent. But I think the U.S. should focus more on domestic skill development. Studies also show that H-1B1 exacerbates employers hiring individuals from outside of the country when they could potentially hire minorities, for an example, which we know there's a shortage in the STEM fields. There are a significant number of Americans who I think would love opportunities if they had the proper training and skills to operate in those jobs fairly well. So why not start and focus there? I'm not.
Chat. Jeremy's turning us against each other so he can get more super chats. For those who agree and for those who don't agree, we need to turn on him. Wait. Oh, I like how I was ready to roast you. You were actually trying to help me. Fuck. I was ready to go off and you were like, no, you know what? I'm dropping some gifted memberships for that one. You got me. Okay. I'm dropping some gifties. I was ready to roast the living fuck out of you. And you were actually like, okay, that was good. All right, here, let's drop some gifties real quick and then we'll get back to the conversation. So this is, what was your fucking name? It's so fitted bed sheet. This is who's did. Okay, there we go. All right. Gifties in the chat from fitted bed sheet. Mainly because I was going to roast you and I realized you were actually being like, you're actually helping me grift. So, okay, there we go. 10 gifted memberships from Fitted Bed Sheet.
Of the support or mindset, Caitlin, that we should let in more than the 60,000+ that were already let into the country. Do we have some deficits? I certainly understand that point, again, to what Catherine was sort of alluding to. But I think by focusing on increasing domestic skill development, you can decrease the furtherance of those deficits by virtue of saying, you know what, we're going to spend more of our time, more of our dollars educating our own citizens.
Ultimately, and I kind of, you know what, fuck CNN. I really don't give a shit what CNN has to say. They're kind of boring the living shit out of me right now. So I really don't care what they have to say. So to hell with CNN. Thank you, Buford T. Justice, for the 10 gifted memberships. Ultimately, this is all about messaging. I think that there's a discussion to be had about what Elon and Vivek are trying to say. It's coming off completely terrible. But that's the discussion part of it, which I am 100% open to have, and I'm glad that it's happening. Honestly, I've been following this news, and I've been keeping an eye on all of it, and it hasn't been that big of a deal to me until I started to see the people that are criticizing Elon are now getting hit. This is where the problem lies for me. Because people are losing their... All right, here we go. Hang on. All right, so we got an update for Raw Alerts. It seems the affiliated organization I was part of lost their affiliate badge or something. I'm not entirely sure what's happening or what's going on, but my check mark is under review, so I should be fine. Thanks so much for your support. So the organization that he was part of, or they, or who, I don't know who Raw Alerts is. I have no idea who they are. That still doesn't like. So what organization were you part of, though? That's what I don't understand. It doesn't make a lot of sense to me still. This is a weird, weird situation, man. A very weird situation. Bashy Washy, I see you, Bashy. It's a private company. If you don't like it, buy your own eggs. What's up, Bashy? It's always nice to see Bashy Washy show up. I listen, I don't disagree with this. Laura Loomer, like, I don't know Laura. I know she follows me. I follow her back. I don't know her. She doesn't know me. I don't know why the fuck she follows me. I have no idea. But she is a MAGA to the core, all right? She is also out there, dude. She is out there sometimes with the things that she's doing and the stuff she's saying and all of that. So I'm not saying that you're wrong on that. But, you know, there's some validity to what she's saying. That's my point. Bashy freaking Washy with 10 gifted memberships. Look at Bashy Washy. That's what I'm talking about. But I'm glad Raw Alerts now has an update as to what's going on. Gavin Wax still doesn't know. Maybe Gavin Wax was part of the same group that Raw Alerts was. Insane that blue check marks are being removed from accounts that have been vocal in their criticism of the H-1B racket. Horrible look. I've supported Elon and X. Anyone who was at the NYY, or was it New York Republicans gala, can attest that I have dedicated a large portion of my speech to praising Elon. Sad. I've supported Elon too. I've thought the world of Elon. I did recently talk about how it's pretty freaking scary how much power and influence Elon is starting to get, which is a concern for sure. Lost for 50 says, you know, it's serious when I super chat. Owen Schroyer lost his check too. He was very neutral on the matter. I guess all homosexuals keep theirs. Yeah, so Owen Schroyer lost his check mark too. Thank you, Lost, for the 50. I appreciate that. I haven't looked up Owen Schroyer's to see if he lost his. So that is a new development that I wasn't aware of. Let's see. So, you know, because again, sometimes people will lose theirs because they changed their profile picture or something like that. I don't know if Owen has changed his, but here's Owen right here. Oh, there it is. Here it is. Was this the stream that cost me my verified check mark and badge? I'm told it was the most controversial yet hardcore ever. So, wow. This is wild, dude. What the hell is happening right now? Jeez. Everybody, this is crazy. Let's see here. There's a bank. Elon. What's weird is this post that I commented to on Elon. It was there, and then it said it was gone, and then it said it returned, which was very strange. See what the quartering says right here. Everyone arguing over the H-1B stuff are arguing about fixing the symptom instead of the cure. Elon is getting shredded for this exact reason. The answer isn't important. Millions of people to fill jobs. It's to train the white men left behind by DEI in the past 10 years. Elon Musk is getting absolutely ripped apart right now. There is no doubt about that. Elon is getting crushed to a level that I've never seen Elon getting crushed this bad. And he's getting crushed for almost every take that he has had in the past 48 hours. Every single take that I've seen. Let's see. Let me pull this up. So you know, this is the guy that runs the Dilly meme team right now. Again, I don't know him, but he runs a Dilly meme team. He's a massive Trump supporter, and he still has his, but he's worried he's about to lose his. Hasn't said anything else. Even Ashley St. Clair, does she have me blocked? She does still have me blocked, doesn't she? Yep, she still got me blocked. Okay, anyway. Please consider what is happening. There was immense backlash against the most influential on this platform for their position on immigration. 48 hours later, the algorithm is updated to deboost those who are blocked by far more credible, verified users. If Ashley St. Clair is calling out Elon Musk, that is shocking. I am shocked that she is calling him out. That's wild. There it is. He was right in 2016 and he's right now. President Trump has always put America first. My position on visas. And there it is right there. I will forever end the use of H-1B as a cheap labor program. I mean, what we're finding out right now, is Donald Trump is definitely the man in charge. It all stops with him. So that narrative that they were trying to create that Elon was doing this or Elon was doing that, Trump is in charge. That's the bottom line. That's the bottom line, and it ain't changing anytime soon. What I can't figure out is, man, you got to think about this, man. Like, Trump has so many people that are trying to get at him and try to manipulate him and twist things. It's scary to think that so many people, including someone like, is Elon trying to manipulate Trump? I don't think he is, but it's a fair question to ask. It's a very fair question to ask. And Elon's going to have to, like, you don't go a decade thinking Trump is like this, terrible person and wrong for the country. And then all of a sudden, boom, and you're the smartest man alive, yet it took you a decade to figure out Trump was what everybody knew. Every everyday person in America already knew that Trump was the right pick, but it took Elon a fucking decade to figure it out. Doesn't make sense. But whatever. He's going to have to figure this out. I still am a fan of Elon. I'm still a supporter of Elon. What I'm saying is that he has to answer some questions and he needs to stop. Whatever's going on with Twitter right now needs to stop, because it's looking a lot like Jack Dorsey Twitter right now based on what's happening in this moment. You can say whatever you want about Laura Loomer. She should not be getting Alex Jones right now. And that's essentially what it feels like is happening, is that she's getting Alex Jones on Twitter, and that's bullshit. Bashy Washy says it does, though. He became more human when he got shot. I do understand that, but it still comes off as an opportunistic opportunity from Elon Musk, who's a brilliant human being, who saw, like, oh, wait, this dude just got shot, and he just stood there and said, fight, 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 with blood rolling down his face. He's not going to lose. So let me jump all the way on the bandwagon now. It's a theory is all I'm saying. And it's a valid theory that you can ask. I don't personally believe that's what happened, but I'm not going to say someone is wrong for asking that question or having that assumption, because the things are too serious to not question shit that's going on. Elon Musk is way too powerful to just, you can't question him all of a sudden. If we're scared to question Elon Musk, then we're just China. Okay? I'm not scared to question Elon Musk. I'm not scared to question Donald Trump. There's nothing wrong with questioning powerful, influential people when you're concerned about something. So, that's the bottom line on it. I still support Elon, but I have concerns with how he's handling this entire situation. Big Dog for $10 says, man, 2 days ago when this shit started, I could literally feel horrible vibrations in the air shift physically. Couldn't figure out why until I opened up Twitter and saw the unholy hellfire. Big Dog, you had the right feelings, because this thing is nasty right now on Twitter. It's very nasty, and it's very. I don't really care about the fighting. I don't care about the fighting. I don't care about the arguing. I literally don't give a shit. I do care that people are being censored now. Okay. I care that people are losing their check marks and their subscriptions. This is very much Jack Dorsey level shit going on, and I don't like it. We can fight all day long. In fact, I like fighting. I like the arguing. I like it when it's a shit show. I don't like when people lose their verified check mark in their subscriptions because they had an opinion that the powers that be didn't like. That's Jack Dorsey level right there. Jake the Movie Geek says, I don't understand what's going on with Elon and Vivek. Well, that was a little bit earlier. Hopefully I was able to explain it a little bit. Exactly says, I'm not having any of these accounts in my timeline. Seems as though have been shadow banned. Potentially. Mr. No Juan says, you spoke evil in Elon into reality. I did talk about this the other day. I said, what if Elon goes full like heel turn, man? We're all screwed. I mean, here we are. MCU fan, what's up, MCU fan? Says Elon and Vivek are talking like they were elected president. I think Trump needs to remind them who's in charge, and I don't doubt he will. I'm sure he will. Eric Heffelfinger for 10 says work visas were originally given to make up for labor shortage in agriculture. It was small, highly targeted, and limited. It needs to stay that way. Ministry of Wrong Think says this is happening less than a week after President Elon talking point isn't a coincidence. It's the same psyop. The deep state wants Elon and Trump separated. They are moles embedded, sowing discord. I don't know if I agree with that, man. This is directly Elon's fault. Elon has stepped into this. Like, the reason I'm talking about it right now is because of the censoring of people like Laura Loomer and other people losing their verified check marks. So I don't agree with you. I understand where you're coming from, but this is Elon's fault. Elon stepped into this. John for 10 says, so we have jobs we are either too lazy to do or not skilled enough to do. And the solution to everything is mass immigration, according to D-bags. And this is a problem for a lot of people. It really is. And that is at the core of it. Ministry of Wrong Think for 10 says propaganda isn't just making up stories from scratch. It's twisting and utilizing facts. It's Elon's real take, but it's being blown up by bots trying to sow as much discord as possible. PsyOps 101. I don't agree completely, but I think that there's some level of truth to that for sure, like CNN reporting on it and other like bad faith people, but that's always going to happen. But Elon is the source of the problem. It's Elon's words first and foremost. So like when the President Elon thing came up, everybody saw right through that. I saw right through it. You saw right through it. We all saw this is bullshit. This is different because this is Elon and Vivek saying things that they should not be saying. And then once they get backlash, then they make it even worse. And now we're seeing censorship potentially going on based around the people that were most vocal about their problem with it. So Chad Layton says, Jeremy, please know I am in no way related to Chad Chadley. He sounds like an IDOT. Chad Chadley's not a bad name. You know, if I was going to be like a troll in the chat, Chad Chadley's not a bad name. Mar Millen for 10 says, make it make sense. There are more high-skilled laborers abroad, India especially, yet no one else is a superpower. Exactly. Like if India is so great and they have all of these skilled people, well, why is it India? Why do they want to leave India for America then? That makes no sense. If it's so great and they have these qualified people that are just there that America has to have, well, then why would you want to leave India if you're already so great over there with the great pool of talent you have? Doesn't make a lot of fucking sense, does it? Andrew Sierra says, without Indians, who would make Beardo's poop cookies? Chef Nick Nero, I didn't vote for Trump due to Elon. Elon is garbage. I don't trust him or Vivek. Twitter is also garbage. You all get sucked in. I'm sorry, touch grass. We're better than that. I mean, I don't know if I agree. I don't agree. I personally don't. I use Twitter for my, work, but I don't spend as much time on Twitter as a lot of people. Some people do, but if they're not going to be on Twitter, they're going to be doing something else. Again, I don't in my mind, I don't think that the problem is to take the, like, if people are spending too much time on Twitter, the problem isn't Twitter, the problem is the person. Because if you take Twitter away, they'll find another website to go to. That's why I'm 100% against the banning of TikTok, because all it is censorship. Banning TikTok, I'm 100% against it. You say TikTok is ruining the world. No, bad parenting is ruining the world. And taking TikTok away doesn't solve the bad parenting problem. That means that those kids are going to go find another fucked up website to go to and see fucked up shit all day long. So banning TikTok does nothing. Bad parenting is the problem, not TikTok, not Twitter. That's it. Jimbo says, a key takeaway from this drama is that Jeremy may, in fact, be vindicated for refusing to call Twitter X. Let's go! Let's go! That's what I'm talking about right there. Military Fronte says, Trump has a quasi-hippie RFK in his cabinet, for fuck's sake. You're not going to agree with everyone close to Trump. Stop falling for obvious psyops to get the richest man away from Trump and unalive Doge. I just don't agree. Laura Loomer is not a psyop against Trump. She's just not. You can think she's crazy and all of that, but she's not a psyop against Trump. Elon is the problem, not all the other noise. Again, there are people that are going to take full advantage of it because they see cracks in the foundation. But I'm just going to be honest. If Elon Musk and Donald Trump can't survive psyop bullshit, then we're all fucked. You're talking about the two most prominent human beings on the planet. Elon Musk is the smartest man on the planet. Donald Trump is the most famous and accomplished man on the planet. If these two guys can't deal with bullshit psyop, then we're fucked already. So I don't believe that that is what's going on here. I think Elon's own words are the problem, and Vivek's. But I respect where you're coming from. Terror says, I got a job offer at Neuralink. I have a master's degree in chem. I don't know, to work in Houston, Texas for $80,000. I took a real job that paid over six figures instead. He's a cheap ass. Who is? You talking about Elon is? Neuralink. Isn't that the thing that Elon puts in your fucking brain or whatever and controls you? Like he puts that thing in your brain and he can like basically just control you like one of his robots or some shit like that. Let's see. Yeah, like that's the thing. I would never. And 80,000 is terrible. 80,000 is awful in today's economy anyway. I remember when I was younger, when I first got a job, the idea of $80,000 a year, I was like, I will be the richest man in the world if I'm making 80,000 a year. Now you mention 80,000 a year and you're like, what? Can't even fill up a tank of gas for the year on 80,000 a year. Holy crap. That's not even covering my gas money. Let's see here. Gerald Armstrong says, is this the dark MAGA that Elon was talking about? Bashy Washy with those 10 gifted memberships. Thank you, Bashy Washy. Appreciate that. Fantastic. Mr. Knox says, good day and hail. Never get salty over disagreements. Disagreements are okay as long as you and those you can discuss that with continued and continue to be civil. Agreed. And this is why I've been watching the MAGA wars shit show the last few days, and I didn't care. I didn't care until people started losing their verified check marks. At that point, that's when I started going, okay, this is a problem, and I need to go live to talk about it because this needs to be dealt with. Yeah, like here it is. Now it's showing up my feed. I just lost my verification, was told my account is under review. This is not part of a psyop. Verified, prominent, conservative people that have expressed concerns are losing their checkmark. That is not a psyop. That is something that Elon Musk and Twitter have to explain immediately. The fact that I am looking at my account because I commented towards Elon Musk, the fact that I'm having to look at my account right now just to see if I'm going to lose anything, that's something I haven't worried about under Elon Musk's Twitter. And again, it's all because of this post right here. Talking about the algorithm change and blocking accounts to, all of that. And so I'm just like, it's a terrible idea. And all of these people are losing their check marks. This is the problem right here for somebody like me. Not that there's an argument, not that people are, I love arguing. I love when there's fighting. I love when there's disagreements. I love when there's a shit show, because I think that's healthy for everyone involved. Fighting and arguing is healthy, and it's how we get shit done, and it's how we learn, and it's how we evolve, but properly evolve, not through a fucking echo chamber. And right now, Elon's putting out an image that he doesn't want discussions going on Twitter, and he needs to address it immediately. Let's see here. There's Buford T. Justice with 10 gifted memberships. Thank you, Buford T. Justice. Let's see. Z-Herb for 20 says, vaguely looking at it, I don't think Elon is wrong about need immigration, especially not good ones. It's called a brain drain. How he is handling the disagreement is the issue. I agree. And understanding what MAGA is all about. You are MAGA now, Elon. You are MAGA, and the MAGA crowd is very sensitive to these issues because these are things that Trump ran on directly. And you are essentially putting out things that Trump did not run on. You're actually going in the exact opposite direction. So, of course, it's going to create people talking about it and conversations. And that's fine. That's fine that people can disagree. They don't need to be being silenced. Phil says, dang, the only way this week could get any worse is if Jeremy tells us he sold Geeks and Gamers to the Daily Wire. Well, I can guarantee you that hasn't happened. And we'll find out, I guess, on January 1st what Tim Pool has cooked up. We'll see. I don't know. Let's see. Where are we at? Just I want to get the ministry wrong thing here because I know he followed up again. Kira for 25 says, hoping the Twitter demonetization is a rogue employee or a mistake. Everything else can be easily explained. This is silly. That's it right there. To be clear, I am not upset that Elon is having some bad takes or some things that maybe a lot of people disagree with, or even some stuff I disagree with. I don't care about that. I don't care that Vivek is having takes that people are disagreeing with. I don't care that other prominent right-wing commentators are going after them. I don't care that there's a MAGA civil war. Trump has been elected. He hasn't even taken office yet. We're going to make America great again. I don't care about any of this shit. I'm entertained by the fighting. I'm concerned about the censorship. That is a big problem. Ministry of Wrong Think says, I 100% agree. It's a horrible take response by Elon. What I'm against is the black pilling and calls to toss Elon from Trump's circle. Yeah, and I 100% am not about that. I'm just saying he's a mega asset and we shouldn't be so short-sighted. Agreed, 1,000%, Ministry of Wrong Think. I agree with everything you said right there. And I don't think that that's going to happen. But I agree. That is not beneficial. And that's where Laura Loomer just goes completely off the deep end sometimes. And I'm like, what are you doing? Like, go back. Can I find her tweet right now? Her tweet is so, like, look what she said. I do appreciate it, okay? Like, I do appreciate that she, here, I appreciate that she goes so hard in the paint. I do. Because she just will not back down. But I'm like, okay, maybe let me find it really quick. Right here. Where's it at? Her response. Don't tell me it got deleted. I was just looking at it. Okay, here it is right here. Okay, so right here. So towards the end, she says, Donald Trump won because the forgotten men and women of America, not because of tech billionaires who cheered when he was deplatformed and jailed and attacked nonstop for 8 years. He didn't win because of tech billionaires like you who want to buy influence or jeopardize our national security by selling out to China and replacing American workers with foreigners who have disdain for white Americans. P.S. You aren't president. Trump is, and he already has a beautiful wife. I'm not sure what role you're trying to fill, but we voted for Trump, not you. Maybe others are too afraid to talk to you like this, but I'm not. Did I get your attention, Elon Musk? I'm like, damn, Laura. Damn. Whoo. And that's obviously like, that's not helpful, but I can't not tell you. I can't say I'm not entertained by it, but it's not helpful. You know what I mean? At all. But Laura's Laura, exactly, says Isabella Marie DeLucy just lost her verification. Really? Luca, I'm sorry. Is that how I say it? Obi-Wan Cannoli says, on a side note, as much as you rave about how good Culver's is, I've never been. Is it worth a 30-minute drive to try? Yes, absolutely. I mean, listen, it's fast food, but it's not like it's like Five Guys burgers and fries. Like it's not like the greatest meal you're ever going to have, but for what it is, yes, it's absolutely like amazing. So yeah, for what it is, yes, I 100% 30 minutes. If I had to drive 30 minutes every day to get Culver's, I would drive 30 minutes every day to get Culver's. Piston Honda 87 says, let's see. What are you trying to say here? I voted for less immigration. Trump better address this and put dampers on the H-1 visas or risk slaughter in 26 and 2028. War Breer says, if India is filled with so many world-class engineers and other high-skilled workers, why aren't they making... Yeah, exactly. There we go, War Breer. Angie says, hello, Jeremy and everyone. Hello, Angie. Thank you. Appreciate that. War Breer says, how dare they speak out of turn? Chef Nick Nero says, project or a paperclip. Google it. I'll look it up. Let's see. TGTK, the good Tom King says, Jeremy, I've been calling out this for years. It's nothing new. Stop listening to those who are popular and start listening to those who are correct. Well, I don't know who I'm listening to that's popular, but I listen to... I mean, again, this is why the MAGA Civil War doesn't bother me. I don't give a fuck about being connected to any of these influencers or any of these people. Like, a lot of them are just in it to be, get their pictures at Mar-a-Lago. So, and then he also says that the bottom line is too many declared Twitter free speech long before it actually was. Well, Twitter's not free speech, but it's about as close to free speech as there is on a big platform. But it hasn't been free speech. There's still people that are limited. And all of that. And so it's not 100% free speech. The chat says, Elon said they be transparent. MAGA will stay. This could be a soft play to the left. They love Discord and can report MAGA isn't perfect. The X checks thing sounds like a mole in the company, to be honest. Potentially. Nandy says, for me, the censorship is the issue. Elon and Vivek have a point, but forgot or ignore that MAGA voted for America first. Ultimately, Trump and Homan get this us. Yes. Jimbo says, I'm hoping that Trump's ego that people complain about will work for us here. This is the best opportunity for him to squash the President Elon talk. 2016 Trump on H1B video is worth a play. I think I have that in my bookmarks, I think. 1992 Space Movie says, I don't necessarily disagree with Elon and Vivek, but now isn't the time to be talking about that. Exactly. The answer is to better America education and disincentivize companies from hiring immigrants. Yes, exactly. That's it. This is not the time for that. Marsh says, for us immigrants, but you must assimilate, but be USA first, not another country. This used to be a country where people respected and valued it, not the other way around. And then 1992 Space Movie says, the reason this isn't the time to be looking into this is because of companies' DEI practices not hiring the most qualified people, white men. But we know Jeremy hasn't read both of my super chats. I got both of them. Apologize, or I will censor you from the chat. No, I'm kidding. I won't. But thank you. I appreciate it. Jimbo says, if they expand the cap and keep prioritizing and mandating H-1B hires, Jeremy will be forced to hire someone even worse at reading English than Beardo. Oh, man. Yeah, we clearly, listen. clearly I'm hiring the best I can here, okay? Because if I was reaching beyond, I'd have somebody that read a little bit better than Beardo. If I was going for those top 1%ers that Elon and Vivek are talking about. So Charles G says, I would love to work in big tech too instead of driving a semi all day in traffic. I just need the training. Plus, I'd get more gym time. Dragon Wise says, got my mic, camera, and going to start doing vids starting at the first of the year and going live in February. Any advice for my channel? Thank you. I'll give you the same advice I always give people. Think of yourself. If you're making videos, you have to think of it as a viewer. And as a viewer, if you click on a channel for the first time, you're not clicking on the channel for the person. You're clicking on the channel for the topic. So don't waste people's time when you make a video. Start out with the topic. They don't give a shit about who you are. They don't care about your fucking GoFundMes or follow you on TikTok or Twitter. They don't care. They clicked for the topic and the thumbnail. Deliver the goods immediately, because if you don't deliver the goods immediately, people will click off immediately. That's how you have to approach YouTube. Nobody gives a shit who you are. And if they care who you are, you will earn that by your content, not yapping for the first 2 minutes of a video about what isn't in the video or the topic. You don't care. They don't care about that. All right. So that's what you have to focus on. The topic is king, not you. Nobody cares about you. Nobody cares about me. They care about the topic. If that was the case, every video I'd have would have 100,000 views. But that's just not the case. Every video I make is based on the topic, not me. Nobody really gives a shit about me. But I wish you all the best luck. Babo Yogi says, you grift like a noob. At least you're not grifting some stupid coffee plushies, hats, comics, and other shit. Oh, wait, you're not selling coffee yet. I have no plans to sell coffee. I really don't. Let's see. Commodore Fan says, X is crazy right now. I got a temp 12-hour hate speech ban for saying what should be said to the dude who burned the lady on the subway. Yeah, Twitter is wild right now. Let me see if there's any updates. I just need to scroll my timeline to see. Yeah, Gavin Wax losing his I don't know Gavin Wax, but I've been following for a while. He's a Trump guy, but right here. Hey, Elon Musk, please love me back.
A new day has dawned in America, because now we have Elon Musk on our side, who represents the equivalent of 7 George Soroses working on behalf of the populist MAGA rights. Elon Musk has modernized the infrastructure behind the Republican Party.
If you guys don't know, Gavin Wax is Trump has mentioned him a lot. He's done a ton of work. I believe he used to work for the Babylon Bee, and they fired him. Am I correct about this? Gavin Wax used to work for the Babylon Bee, and they fired him when he basically didn't walk the pro-DeSantis line, I think.
We are no longer running 20th century campaigns dictated by greed of crony consultants and the laziness of paycheck-driven operatives. We are on the cutting edge, running ballot harvesting operations that are on par with the Democrats. With Elon behind us, Republican senators should be terrified to go against any one of President Trump's excellent nominees.
So there you go. He seems like a decent guy anyway. Again, I don't know him, but he should not be losing his verification, as should no one. Let's see. I'm looking to see if there's any updates on some of these the censorship bullshit going on right now. Well, the backlash of like getting rid of somebody like Gavin Wack, like that's gonna be worse than Laura Loomer. So many people hate Laura Loomer, and she does herself no favors. She does herself no favors. With all the shit she says. I personally don't have a problem with it, but many people do. All right, I don't see any updates right now, so let me see. Hurry up, Twitter, work. I haven't lost my verification yet. I don't think I will. I made my one stupid comment, but we'll see if Elon gets mad about that. Okay. Oh, by the way, this one's making the rounds again. This is completely off topic, but this is making the rounds again. Look, this was when Biden was president. Biden is president in this clip. And look at what is going on. Bro, he's like the old man with Alzheimer's. He's like the dad that you're kind of like, oh, I got to deal with dad. He's off wandering off somewhere. That's not fake. That's a clip I've shown a lot. That is not a fake clip at all. That is a real clip. It really happened. And Obama just completely being the rock star of the Democratic Party. Nobody cared about Joe Biden. Unbelievable, man. Pathetic and embarrassing, but not surprising at all. And apparently he's on vacation now. So, you know what? I really do like the chat, okay? And I appreciate it. So I'm going to show, you know what? We always show off good personalities on this channel, okay? And I saw a good personality on Twitter. And I just think you guys should see this good personality that I saw, okay? This is a good personality. I mean, fantastic personality. I think she has a lot of great thoughts. And yeah, so great personality. Great. And listen, equal opportunity here. I know we have about 5% ladies here, okay? So I've got one for you too, ladies, okay? Ladies, I got one for you too. Here we go. Look at that. Look at that. That's for the ladies in the chat, all right? We don't discriminate around here. Dude, AI is terrifying. AI is downright terrifying. It's like he's a wrestler, dude. Holy crap. All right, ladies, control yourself. All right. He is a married man, so you just need to remember that, okay? But anyway, had to lighten the mood a little bit here. Philip Butler says, don't think it's a big deal. Elon, don't do checks. We'll see. We'll see. Act Natural says, everything is going to be all right. Everyone needs to relax. Mr. Scott says, hail to 199. I think TikTok is not only hurting young people, it's also hurting adults and parents alike into mindless idiots. I believe it must go. Again, I just disagree completely. I don't think banning TikTok solves the problem because TikTok is not the problem. Lack of parenting is the problem. Those same videos will migrate somewhere else and be on another platform. They just will. And that's just the truth of the matter. We need better parenting. It's that simple. Alex Jones says Trump mocked Romney Ryan for supporting H-1B visas. Whiskey Niner says, I've had several tech departments at my company I work for go to India for cheaper labor. Elon promoting that idea seems self-serving. Philip Butler says, you are overreacting. Don't know why it flags. I don't think, if you're talking about me overreacting to this topic, I just don't agree at all. Because my reaction is based on the fact that people on Twitter are being censored. As I've repeated many times, I don't care about the fighting. I don't care about the arguing. I don't care about the disagreements. I care about the censorship. That is my core problem right there. That's all I care about. Tiramisu says a chemical engineering Neuralink plant in Houston. Okay, that's what you were talking about. Axel just says, didn't Elon and Vivek say all this a few months ago? They got backlash then too. We found out why Silicon Valley donors backed Trump this time. I don't know if they said this. I don't recall them saying stuff to this level a few months ago. I don't recall that. They could have. Maybe I'm wrong. Let's see. Toby Wab. Tobe Wabi says, I support Doge and MAGA. Loomer, you said tumor, but you probably meant Loomer, is just a power-hungry, ego-driven loony. John says, I don't trust Elon. He has a track record of bad judgment, as you pointed out. Doge could be a disaster. Also, let's hope for the best. I am hoping for the best. Deflect for 20 says, the key difference between this administration and the previous is the fact that we can bitch and whine, rightfully so, and actually be heard. If we disapprove, these guys will listen. That's what I'm hoping for. That's what I'm hoping for. 8 o'clock says the H-1B issue feels like when you were a kid and really wanted that shiny new toy, but mom and dad are in money problems. Sometimes you got to deal with what you got to balance out the budget. Fair point. Batman says, Elon, other Biden voters may have voted for Trump this time around, but if more triggering subjects get brought up, we can expect many to go left again. Grant Potato says, can you get Dan one of those work visas? Dan Vask? No, he doesn't. He's never leaving Brazil. He's like the richest man in Brazil. Why would he leave Brazil? He's like the Elon Musk of Brazil. He's the richest man in Brazil. That's what I heard anyway. Axel Jensen says, if you're just starting out as a YouTuber, the key to success is to start your videos with, what's up, Geeks and Gamers? Coming to you with another video. That is funny because that is how I started out. And I did that for years. I didn't know what else to say. And so I just did it. I'm like, what's up, Geeks and Gamers? It's Jeremy coming to you with another video. And today, and then I'd start out. So I'll throw them in there occasionally, but I tend to just start out with the topic now. Let's see. Over on locals, John B says H-1B visas are NAFTA for tech workers. McCox says Jeremy has a small penis and only uses it on Dan Vask. What the fuck? McCox says Jeremy is going to grift his bossy. Vault95 says, should new YouTubers start their videos with a 20-minute introduction on gold-plated pillows and Alfred talking about their food orders? Johnny the Wizkid says, how are you, Jeremy? Home Alone 3 has gotten a lot of hate. I don't think it's that bad. It'll never be as good as the first two, but I watched the hell out of it as a kid. Do you think it's a fun flick? I have never watched any Home Alone outside of 1 and 2. Those are the only ones that matter to me. Texas Spy Historian says, the left used to hate the visas, called it neo-colonialism, colonialism, and exploitative. The new right might not frame the issue as that, but rather as protection against global economic competition. Well, I mean, the left used to be for strong borders and limiting immigration. Vault 95 says, unexpected cover cast to go with my evening gaming. Hell yes. That's what we're all about here. Jimbo Rama says, Loomer is speaking live right now. Where? Eric K says, I could get behind her. Kenny Cab says, I smell a rat. Elon would not do what you see. Kenny Cab says, CIA trying to destroy the Trump agenda, I mean, listen, I hope that's what it all comes down to, but Elon is so transparent and he's always on Twitter that I would like to see something addressed right now about this, because this is a problem. Is this so this is RFK's former vice presidential pick, and she's obviously part of MAGA now. I take issue with some of the discourse I've read online suggesting lazy American culture is the main driver for why we need to continue the H-1B program. Let's be real. Tech companies getting massive breaks on cheap labor at the expense of America. The American way of life is predatory. Blaming our culture for why America STEM grads won't take underpaying jobs is ridiculous and insulting. See, man, this is what I'm talking about. Conversations and people having their takes. That's what I want. I just want a good fight and a good argument, but I don't want to see censorship happening. That's all I'm asking for. That's my big problem. Everybody else gets upset about fighting. Fuck that, dude. People fight, people argue, and it makes you stronger. And it also makes you have to truly ask yourself, hey, do I believe in what I'm actually saying here? And if I do, then I'm going to stand by it. But if somebody can make counterpoints, then okay, it'll make you maybe see a different position. But fighting and arguing is a good thing, and we need more of it. Axel Jensen says, Jeremy says he doesn't do that anymore. That's because he never makes videos anymore. That's true. But that's going to change. Videos are coming back. All right? Videos will be coming back. Kenny Cap says, who is paying you to divide your own army? Well, you are, I guess. I mean, if you're asking who's paying me, you are. You just sent me a $2 super chat. So thank you. I appreciate you for paying me to divide. Tara Missu says, we invented electricity, cars, planes, rockets, the internet. We are the engineering powerhouse. America first. Antbox says, all lefty mayors who fight Tom Holman. The way you said it is like, I know what you're saying, Tom Holman, but you're probably speech text picks it up. So I was like, Holman? Who's Tom Holman? Tom Holman. Removing illegal peeps that need to get what's coming. Agreed. Let's see. Nima says, allies come and go, but MAGA is forever, playing 7 days while listening. That's what's up. Why won't Jeremy read Laughing Man super chat, says Jimbo. He never sends them anymore. He's been mad at me for a while. I don't know. One day he'll get over it, maybe, and he'll send me another one. But I haven't heard from him in years now. It's been years. So, but anyway, I wasn't planning on being live that long. And yet here I have been over an hour. Every time I say I'm going to go live for 30 minutes, it ends up being like an hour or 2 hours. Actually, just we'll get the wrestling stream before we get a new video. Jeremy censored me. That's why I can't super chat, says Laughing Man. Lady Madras, is that how I say that? I'm not sure. Loomer called out, who is that? Serum K's appointment by Trump. That was the tweet that started it all. It snowballed into a shitstorm. We are all seeing it today. But she didn't start it started. Elon was getting crushed. Like when he made that, like he was getting crushed for it. So it wasn't just her. She takes things to a whole different level. Nico for 50. That Snow White trailer looks like feminist garbage, and I hope Disney goes bankrupt. Man, if you want to win the chat over, that's all you got to say. Like you're now everybody's favorite person by just saying, I hope Disney goes bankrupt. That's the equivalent of a cheap pop. Remember Mick Foley back in the day when Mick Foley would go and wherever town they were at, and he would just like, hey, it's great to be here in, St. Louis or something like that, or wherever they were at. And everybody go crazy, get a cheap pop. You want a cheap pop? Just say, fuck Disney. Hope they go bankrupt. Everyone's like, fuck yeah, based motherfucker, let's go. That's all you got to do. So thank you for the 50. I appreciate it. We're going to see how this all plays out. Obviously, I will have CobraCast tomorrow night, and I'm sure there's going to be a lot more going on between now and then. Let's see. Looking right here. Oh, no. Oh, God. No. Okay, maybe I do agree with censorship on Twitter. This person says Michael Jackson doesn't have nearly as many great performances as Beyonce, and that's a hill I'm willing to die on. Okay, I'm thinking I'm supporting censorship now. Like this is crosses every line known to man. Okay. Jesus. What happened to this world? This is the most awful take in the history of anything. Good Lord. Anyway, that hurts. That hurts my soul. Beyonce is the most overrated, talentless piece of garbage I've ever seen. And Michael Jackson is the greatest entertainer that's ever lived. By the way, Janet, 10 times better than Beyonce. You want to compare Jacksons? Janet, 10 times better than Beyonce. Janet Jackson destroys Beyonce. Anyway, fuck that. Absolute insanity. Marmillan says, I agree we need more highly skilled laborers in journalism. Clearly, that entire field is lazy. Let's see. Kenny Cab says, do you actually think Elon would ban or take away freedom of speech? Really? I am out if you believe that. Okay, Kenny. There's this really, really, really interesting thing called listen to what the fuck I've been saying for the past hour and 15 fucking minutes. I said, I still support Elon. I am on his side. He simply needs to answer for what's going on. Fucking shit. Jake Skyrocker says the Germans from World War II got the U.S. to the moon just. And that's all you said. That's all you said. Jupiter Knight says, and that's why there should be a minimum IQ for X. Kira for 50. I think I found at least part of the source of the issue, laughing my ass off. I've found that Tim Pool reposted a tweet from one of my favorite Twitter trolls, an ex-engineer named, is it Yassine? Now there are tweets trying to cancel him as racist. I think I know what you're talking about. Let me see if I can pull that up really quickly. Let me see. Think I know what you're talking about. Because I saw this earlier. There's somebody on Twitter that there's a Twitter employee that everybody's been going crazy over or something like that. And is this it right here? Yeah, here we go. Right here. Here's what we're talking about. If your race is so great, why am I out competing you in every? So what is he talking about here first? Let's see. Okay, America wouldn't exist if it wasn't for Indian excellence. This is an ex-employee. Not even remotely true. Indians are very good at taking advantage of certain situations and opportunities. Same goes for, I guess, I don't want to say that, except they are just superior variant of Indian. Laughing my ass off. Shut the fuck up, white boy. What have you built? What have you invented? What was your father, what has your father built? And his father before that. We will be lucky to even get one child out of you. Jeez. Okay, wait. Okay, so that's the same guy. I have 4 kids going on 10. How many do you have? A handful of novel techniques from... Holy shit, does this guy just fucking destroy him? I kneel. This guy does seem like he's kind of he just seems like a shit stirrer. Yeah, he just seems like a shit stirrer. He's talking shit. I mean, again, you still like, you have to understand when you do stuff like that, though, you're going to cause a problem. So that's what Tim quote tweeted it. Holy shit, is this really an ex-employee? You mean me, Code Forces? Let's find out who can reverse a binary tree faster, Beanie Boy. So, I mean, little strange. And again, read the room. If you're a troll, you're working for a company that was ran by Jack Dorsey. I don't love it, but I don't really mind it as long as there's no active evidence that you're doing something wrong. But if it turns out that this person is someone that's involved with like the censorship going on, that would answer it. I don't know. So sounds like it's just bullshit. It's the internet. People talk shit on the internet. I don't really have a problem with it if it comes from like, you can see, like he said, like, oh, I kneel. So he basically took the L when that guy came back at him and said like, dude, I've got 4 kids. I'm going on 10. And he lists all of these things. And the guy was like, I kneel. Okay. That's fair. It's just shit talking. So, Eric K says, how did you like Beyonce's tribute performance to the Diddy White Party at halftime? I did not watch Beyonce's performance. I heard a lot of people talking about it, but I did not watch it, and I refuse to watch it because I think Beyonce is a terrible, terrible person, a terrible human being, a terrible entertainer, She's just terrible all the way around. Kira says, Laura and Tim look like idiots trying to cancel. Is it Yassine? Is that how you say it? Yeah, I mean, there's nothing wrong with that person talking shit and having fun. Who cares? Are they actively doing anything detrimental to the platform? And it doesn't seem like it, based on what I just saw right there. If that's all it was shit talking and shit posting, who cares? Forest of the Tree says, wouldn't be surprised if this was an opportunity to set up it's an opportunity set up by Trump, Elon, Vivek to show the media Trump is boss. Elon strategically drops a soft, controversial hot take to eliminate the President Elon drama. Maybe. I don't know. I don't feel like that's what's going on, but I won't say for sure no, but I generally don't think that's what's going on. Elon seems to be stepping in it every time he tweets about something. So I don't think that is strategic. Elon has an ego. That's not a bad thing. Trump has an ego. That's not a bad thing. Great, powerful leaders and great people that think they have egos. That's there's nothing wrong with that. I don't think Elon wants 48 hours of getting absolutely fucking crushed on Twitter. He's getting crushed right now. Kenny Justice says, last 5 for my late foster dad, Gary. Shout out. Thank you, Jeremy, for the great birthday gift. I will miss him, and I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for him. What now? Kenny Justice, what are you talking about? Is there like is that like for real, or is that like I'm not sure if that like, is there any reference to that or what? I don't know, but thank you, Kenny. Jimbo says, who has a better dance move, MJ or Trump? MJ. Grand Potato says he wants to be deleted on that hill. Game on. Justin Martins says, lovers used to make love and died. Just give us their piece of that beautiful. Remember when we made love? Love, wasn't it beautiful? Okay. Elite Neo says, speaking of cheap pops and getting the chat to like your takes, Jeremy, you need to show more Alina Habba, Sydney Sweeney videos during your streams. They seem to be crowd pleasers, that's for sure. Kira says he's a troll and he's responding because people are getting triggered. Yeah, that's what it seems like to me. Like, I don't see it as like this big thing. Like, it seems like he's stirring the pot and then he's getting people to react, which is funny. That's what it seems like to me. Kenny Cap says, I didn't pay you to love Elon for the past year and now call him out for something you don't even know is true. And I bet it's not. But you're paying me now, and Kenny, I don't know what the problem is. But, Kenny, I'm going to drop 10 gifted memberships. Okay? Since you're mad, we'll drop 10 gifted memberships in your name, okay? Here we go. All right. Kenny Cab just dropped 10 gifted memberships because he's mad at me. Thank you, Kenny. We appreciate it, buddy. Thank you, buddy. Sam Uri says, I think a rogue H1B is shutting the checks. Chef Nick Nera says, where's my car video or drunk Cobra theory? Man, you guys are so demanding. You guys are so, like, this is a hard job. I'm streaming, making money, getting super chats. It's tough. It's tough. Harley Dave says, Jeremy, I wanted to share a moment with the 199, just spreading the love across the landscape. Check your DMs, Fig. It's the season of giving, dumbass 199. Okay, let's see what we got here. What is this? 199 represents outside of the stream. Okay. Okay, let's see here. I don't know what we're about to look at here, but okay. So this is from Harley Dave, okay?
Congratulations! Thank you so much for your overwhelming support throughout the years.
I saw your donation, Harley Dave.
Блядь.
What did you send her, Harley? You completely overwhelmed her.
I'm like fighting. I'm fighting so many feelings right now inside of me. There's, I don't know, like I'm getting emotional. I'm thinking that I might cry, but at the same time I'm so happy and so grateful and excited because I never thought this would happen so soon, because you know, some days we don't like we I don't fucking know what to say.
All right, what I need to know what happened. I'm confused on what happened. That was the timestamp you had sent me, so I'm confused. I saw your donation pop up, but then it went away, Harley.
Yeah, please keep doing what you do. You have no idea. And this is the message. Harley Dave just contributed the rest of the money for the new streaming PC, which was
Look at Harley.
1,855 on top
Wow.
of 500 that he already donated. Please keep doing what you do. You have no okay. Oh shit. You have no idea how many humans you've been helping all this time from the grim dark. Okay, like
That's good stuff, Harley. That's awesome, man.
okay, money don't get me like this, but kind words do.
Jimbo says, "Why don't you get emotional for our super chats?" That's awesome, man. Good stuff. I don't know who she is. So is this her channel right here? Is this it? So that's awesome, man. I'll drop it a like. So hail to the 199. So she's got 11,000 views, 64,000 subscribers. That's not bad. So thank you, Harley. I appreciate you, brother. So that's from Harley. Gungo Max says, I sent you $2. Come on, Jeremy, cry. We got the best people, though. The best people. Alex McCarthy says, thanks for the well wishes about my dad and me. You know what? We'll talk about that really quick. Because I retweeted your tweet, right? Let's see here. Right here. Good old Alex. Thanks to everyone in the 199 and the fellowship for all the well wishes. For me, now, unfortunately, my dad went to the hospital to get simple, easy. I can't even say that freaking word. And the doctor discovered that he has to have a triple bypass surgery. He didn't have a heart attack, which is good, but he can't take care of me for a couple of months. He and my mom take care of me 24/7. Luckily, my sister and her wife, Trump supporting lesbos, are going to take turns helping my mom because they own a hair salon. Hopefully they don't cut my hair in my sleep. So Alex McCarthy, for the last, how long, Alex? The last several years, you've been dealing with a ton of medical procedures. It's been a lot, and it's been very inspiring that you just keep moving forward. So I did retweet that, and I'm glad you got a lot of well wishes, brother. So we got your back. We got your back 100%. So, but thank you, man. I appreciate it. Okay. Gung Ho Max says waffles greater than pancakes. There, chat is divided again. Aren't they always divided? Aren't they always? Let's see. Hayden Wayne for 50. This whole thing is stupid. Elon is trying to do a good thing. Are there faults? Yes. Will he learn also better things? Potentially. But like I said, Hayden, my issue is that Laura Loomer and others have lost their check marks out of nowhere. And Laura Loomer lost her monetization. That's not a good thing. I don't care how annoying she is. That's not the platform that Elon built. So he just needs an answer for this. Like, we need answers as to why this is happening, because it's the same attitude as always, is that if it can happen to her, it can happen to us. If it happened to Alex Jones, eventually it can happen to us. So that's my issue with it. Nick Brown says, remember when we were almost going to be a cult, but you put a stop to that? LOL. In reference to what? I don't know in reference to what that is. John Roberts says, Trump's silence on the issue speaks volumes. He will step in at the appropriate time and put this right. Keep the faith. I agree with that. Kenny Cap says, okay, that's fair, Jeremy. Sorry, I was late, but the first 10 minutes of your show sounded like cable news, and I know you're not that. Again, sorry. Love you. Happy New Year's. No problem, brother. And thank you for the gift of memberships. But no, seriously, like I'm questioning some of the stuff that's going on, and I just want, and I said this earlier on the show, I'm 100% still on Elon's side. I believe in Elon. I like Elon. He needs to answer for some of these things that are going on. That's all. Jimbo says, why don't you get emotional for our super chats? Harley Davis's chat is takeover. Isn't chat always takeover? Isn't that always how it happens? Thank you, Harley. That was a good clip, man. I appreciate it. Dave Chandler says, I think Elon honestly didn't realize he was stepping in it. Most of the controversy has been about illegals. He thought MAGA likes H1 beneficiaries. We'll see how it goes. It's been wild, though. Axel just says, Jeremy, would you cry? Or let's see, would you cry for me if I bought you a Meta PC, Jeremy? I'll fake cry if you want. I'll make it look like I'm crying. Let's see. Sturgeon says, congratulations, you made a cat-eared grandma cry. She looked like she was a pretty nice chick, so I don't know her, though. Ira Brownridge says, crack is cheap. Take that, Waffles. Nick Brown says, in reference to that conspiracy video, that someone made about the 199. I remember now. Yeah, they were breaking down all the numbers, and they were accusing me of being like this next level manipulator and all of this conspiracy stuff. I was proud of it. I've always wanted to be like at the center of a conspiracy. Harley Dave with 20 gifted memberships. 20 gifted memberships. Holy crap. It doesn't work if I know you're lying to me. Hey, that's how it goes. At least I admitted it, right? All right, let me see if there's any updates before we wrap this up. So, okay, who is this? I don't even know who she is, but right here's another one. So her check mark is gone. It says March for Trump, so she's a Trump supporter, former producer for Sean Hannity, rally on J6. So are you affiliated with Conservative OG? Yep. Theirs is gone too. What have I missed? That's why yours is gone. It's going to be a glitch because their check mark disappeared, then reappeared, then disappeared again. It's quite strange. Okay. So this is the one. Apparently, there's a lot of people that are connected to this account, and their check mark has disappeared. And then they had a bunch of people that are affiliated with them. So because their check mark disappeared, all of these other people, their check mark disappeared. Is this live right now? Why can't I? Okay.
Economic opportunism is
Yeah,
what it is.
it's just
Them
economic
wanting
opportunism.
money.
So
Yeah.
I don't understand what I'm being punished for. And then it's so funny that they try to gaslight you and say, "Oh, so do you really actually care about free speech, or do you care about being monetized?" Well, if we're promoting X as a platform to be used by citizen journalists, and you're trying to say, "Oh, come over to X instead of these other sites
Right.
because we're better," well, why should I feel shame in wanting to be monetized and wanting to have subscriptions and be able to have a verified account if I'm a journalist? I
Right.
went to school for journalism. I have a degree in broadcast communication and political science. I was valedictorian of my class. I graduated with a 4.0 GPA. So why am I supposed to be shamed all of a sudden into being like, oh, well, you're a grifter if you want to monetize your account?
This is Laura Loomer
That's
talking,
what
by the
Elon
way,
Musk
everybody.
said. Monetize your account. It's premium. You can be a citizen journalist on X. So now I'm being shamed and called a troll or having my intentions for wanting to be on the platform questioned simply because I want to be able to pursue my degree that I paid for.
Right. Eric, we got Eric in here, Eric Finman. Do you have anything to say?
Hey, yeah, thank you so much. And it's been horrible to see, people just lose monetization. It is absolutely insane. And I think, as Laura said, both things can be true. Trump or Elon spent $44 billion on, buying Twitter, making it X and making it about free speech in many ways.
And
Also, and
it's
then at
weird
the same
because their
time,
check marks are showing up when they're in
there are
here.
these clearly these guardrails. And that's a nice
At
way to
least,
put it. I even
are
think
they?
Owen did a video a little bit ago or a bit ago where clearly monetization, there's favorites in the monetization game, which everyone knows. But I think ultimately, life is unfair and we live in an unfair world. And I think what is very clear, unfortunately, but also clarity is good, that you can pretty much talk about anything. I think even including criticizing H-1B visas, but you can't come at the king, and that's unfortunate. And I think that is some clarity tonight, and I wish that wasn't the case, but clearly it is.
You
So
can't come at the king. This isn't a fucking goddamn monarchy, okay? It's a
it is though.
constitutional
It is
republic.
though.
No.
Unfortunately.
Yeah.
I
Well,
think
I think that that's a look. I think that we have to take everything in fairness here, and that's just a true statement. I think that that's a true statement. But if this is an issue of, Laura taking one to the chin from the king, not like that's something unfamiliar to her. Now we're talking, however, about other people being punished for Laura's behavior. If that's what's going on here, and if we're willing to sacrifice that, okay, that's the likely scenario. Well,
I don't think so. I don't think it had. I mean, I disagree. I mean, maybe you've seen it better than I have. I don't think I've seen other people. I don't think Laura was like just the person. Everyone else got banned because of Laura. I do think it was the larger H-1B thing, and a lot of people in the conservative network, just talking about the H-1B, like even outside the conservative OG network. I don't think it was Laura at all causing all these kind of cascading effects. Other than maybe, just a lot of people talking about the H-1B issue. And then, other people outside the conservative OG network and outside of Laura Loomer's, I guess, network of world, people suffered the same thing. So I don't think it was Laura at all, but maybe you have more information than me.
Well, I think that I don't want to assume anything. I just have to observe and report what I've seen. And that's that Laura was the first domino to fall. Laura's affiliated group was the second domino to fall. But yes, there have been others that have fallen since then that, I don't think they have any direct relationship or affiliation with Laura other than we were all critical of the H-1B visa program.
And pretty, that is, I don't know who it was either. Obviously, it seems like it was maybe Laura since she has the biggest reach and it happened to her first, but we don't know. And that is true. Most of our affiliates were talking about this HB1 thing. Most of our affiliates were talking about these god awful, Indian folks that they're putting in charge of AI policy and whatnot. So who knows whether it was something that culminated.
Wow.
To me, that's right. It doesn't matter.
I just got a notification from Twitter that they're deleting my post about Saram, and they're also limiting my account for 12 hours. So I can't post it because they just limited my account. But
wow.
Yeah, they're limiting my account. So
the thing is, it's
so
weird.
crazy.
It's weird though. We had an influencer today, Braden Sorbo, Kevin Sorbo's son, who had his account suspended for a certain amount of time, and it didn't have any effect on the rest of the affiliates. So I just don't know how that theory jives with what we're going through right now.
Hey, Laura, I don't want to give you any ideas here, okay? But I will just say, very noble of you not to even mention that you're Jewish or that this is an anti-Semitic attack on you. Very, very strong and noteworthy.
Yeah, well, they don't give a shit. Like, they don't care. I've learned that a long time ago that if you're not the right type of Jew, they don't give a fuck if you're Jewish.
Indeed.
Like they don't care. I watch them try to erase my Jewishness. Like, you want to talk about that? when I ran for Congress, when I was the
Have you asked for support from Ben Shapiro?
he doesn't care about me. He cares about himself. So
I'm surprised Laura Loomer is
I watched
Jewish,
them try
honestly.
to erase my Jewishness when I ran for Congress, and the headlines were far-right activist runs against Jewish Democrat Congresswoman. Like we weren't both Jewish, right? So
We're all Jewish tonight.
it's just really interesting to me how you're not allowed to criticize anybody who's going into the Trump administration if they have conflicting views or they've done things or said things or they share positions that are not in alignment with Trump and his base. So I can't.
I got
post
you,
it because
Kenny.
I
Okay,
literally just
with that
got,
proper context, I'll
suspended for
readdress
12
it.
hours. So I'll have to text the screenshot to one of you. But yeah, they literally just made me delete my tweet. Well, I guess they just deleted it anyway. They said that I was sharing personal information, even though the screenshot that I posted clearly X'd out all of the addresses and the personal information.
Did you get a screenshot of the notification that they sent
Yeah,
you?
I have all the screenshots. I just took screenshots, but I can't post it because I'm blocked for 12 hours now. So
Do you want to send that to me? I'll post it.
yeah, I'll send it to you. But it's fucked up. Like, I have fought for President Trump harder than most. I've been a loyal soldier to President Trump. And look, even now, I got fucked over. I mean, look at how I've been treated ever since I traveled with the president to the debate. I was invited by President Trump to travel as his personal guest to the debate. And then I was demonized they said I'm the reason why President Trump said that migrants are eating people's pets, even though JD Vance said the same fucking thing. So it's so funny. I'm just fighting for the American people and fighting against mass migration and fighting against this abuse of the American tech worker. And I've just been completely shit on and demonized, you know? It's totally unfair. And
Yeah,
I
Laura,
think it's a testament to how MAGA is going to be treated in this administration if big tech is allowed to just walk into Mar-a-Lago and do whatever they want to do.
Yeah, Laura, send me a text of that screenshot. I'll post that for you. And I'm not going to go into my rap sheet, but I completely understand where you're coming from. You know, I didn't go through everything just to get Trump into office. I've gone through everything for the American people. Even the liberals that hate my guts, I want them to have a free, prosperous life too. But send me that screenshot so I can post that so people know what's going on.
Well,
because this is actually next level because this tells me that there's an ongoing conversation about your account and likely what to do with the others as well. Like this is an ongoing thing happening right now at X.
Yeah. And Adrian Dittman's requesting to join. I mean, leave it up to you guys. Y'all want to have the conversation with him?
I think he should be up here.
I don't care. It's your space, dude.
Who?
Yeah, I want to bring him up because a couple points I wanted. Because
that's fine. Let him up. But
because-
also, I'm letting you know. I'm sending you the screenshots right now, Owen. But they're lying. Twitter should be held accountable for lying and saying that, one, I deactivated my own subscribers, and two, I didn't share personal information. It's a public FEC.
So you just literally admitted to harassing this dude because he was Indian. This is literally what just was revealed.
Hey, Laura, just send me that screenshot and send me your statement.
We just received a notification. That's exactly what you just fucking said. That's exactly what just fucking been stated.
That's not what I just said. What are you talking about?
No, you were reciting what was appearing on your phone apparently as a notification, and that was the reason for why your account was supposedly like, I don't know, locked or muted for 12 hours.
It's not true. It's not true because
you literally harassed the dude for no reason.
I didn't harass
just
him.
because he's Indian. That's literally what you did.
No, I didn't. They can say whatever they want to say. It's not true.
No, that's actually it's basically what you did. You have a problem with this one guy who's a politician, not because of his policies, but specifically because of his race.
He's not a politician. He's a tech advisor who's now going to be working with David Sachs in the Trump administration. He's not a politician.
Well, if you work in the administration, do you not somewhat deal with things that are political in nature and thereby become a politician by execution?
He's not somebody who we elected. A politician is somebody who runs for office who's elected. I mean, these are unelected bureaucrats.
What?
Yes.
Oh my
maybe
God.
we have a different understanding.
Do you have any idea how ridiculous all of this sounds, right?
No, I
Do
consider
do
a
you
poli-
know? Oh my
I
God.
consider a politician to be somebody who runs for office, and they either are
No,
elected or
it's
they're
not
not elected.
Elon. It's not
But he didn't
Elon.
run for office, so he was appointed to a
You know, if he's not a
position
politician, then why are you targeting him as much?
because I'm concerned about the people that are going to be advising on policy in the Trump administration.
You're
It's that
concerned about his
simple.
race?
No,
Then why
okay,
specifically
so
were you mentioning his race more than anything else?
I wasn't. I was highlighting the fact that he's an Indian immigrant maybe
That's exactly what that
clouds
is.
his
you have to let her finish the
no,
point,
it
Adrian.
clouds
You have to let her finish the point.
it clouds his judgment
This
on
is
this
what you call an
issue.
admission?
No, it's
To be
about
fair, by the way,
perspective.
to be fair,
Let's let people speak. Let's not
I
talk over people.
I am letting him speak. I'm the one
I'm
that said
talking
he
to
should come
Adrian,
back.
Laura. I'm talking to Adrian.
So, but wait a
so you're
second. But
talking
wait a
about
second.
that's
What? Hold on a second. Hold on a second. So what is the precedent that we're talking about here? You can't be critical of somebody because you're concerned that their nationality might
you can't be
influence
racist.
policy.
You
If
can't be
someone's from
racist. Their
if
nationality is
someone's
American.
from Russia, it should be, you know, you should be able to talk about that. If someone's from a particular country, a particular I'm a dual citizen with the UK. I absolutely have loyalties to the UK. I lived there for many years. I have family there. I think these are open things to talk about if someone's working
Wes
in a very
responds so
powerful
much for
position in
short
government.
Cobracast. Yeah.
So the
how it
point that
always goes.
Loomer was making specifically was that this the point that she's making was that the post that was claimed that was a harassment was not harassment, and that wasn't on racial grounds. That was what Loomer was talking about initially, before Adrian responded and asked whether it was racial or not.
I know
Is
many
that correct,
people are
Loomer? Is that
confused.
a correct assessment of what
I will tell
happened?
everybody what's going on here in a minute.
Sorry, it cut out. If you could just repeat
Yeah,
that because it
so
was glitchy.
you brought up that you got a notification about
This
a
is live
post for
right now. Yes,
harassment,
this is
and
a
you
live
said, one, it
Twitter
wasn't
Spaces
harassment,
right now.
and two, it wasn't racial or anything like that. It was
No,
specifically
I was answering Owen's question
Yeah.
because Owen asked me. He said, "Did you get like a notification right now when it said you're suspended for 12 hours?" And I said, "Yes." So I was pulling it up because I'm texting it to him right now, and I'll read it to you. It says, let me pull it up. It says, "We have temporarily limited some of your account features. We determined that you violated X rules. So we've temporarily limited your account features. While in the state, you can still browse X, but you're limited to only sending direct messages to your followers. No post, repost, follows, or likes. Your account will be restored to its functionality in 11 hours, 59 minutes. And then there was another one for another screen that said, what happened? Well, it says, we've determined that this account has violated the X rules. For one, violating our rules against posting private information. So I posted an FEC report, and the FEC report was blurred out. And I specifically blurred out the address because, you know, not that I needed to, because it's a public document and it's citizen journalism, but because I didn't want to be accused of posting private information.
What are you doing, Harley
So the screenshot clearly shows that it's blurred out with a gray blurb. I mean, I edited it and made sure that it was covered. So I don't understand how they can say that I posted people's private information. I don't know if other people posted the same screenshot and left the personal information on, but you can go back and look at my post.
Okay, so many people are confused. So what is going on right now? There is a MAGA civil war going on Twitter. Okay? Elon Musk and Vivek made some statements about immigration that didn't go over very well with the MAGA audience. And for the last 48 hours, it's been a complete shit show on Twitter. Okay? And I have personally been enjoying the back and forth because I enjoy a good chaotic social media meltdown. I really didn't have a strong opinion one way or the other on it because I kind of like there were things that Elon was saying that I thought like, okay, I can see where you're coming from. I don't think the timing was the best timing. And I also think the messaging really wasn't sympathetic to how we've been treated for the past 20 years by the left and their DEI propaganda bullshit, and the fact that this country is dealing with mass immigration problems right now, which is why we elected Donald Trump to clean all of this up. So the timing and the language of what he and Vivek were saying was terrible. Now, if you strip away all of the details and the nuance and all of that, that MAGA and the Trump, base is going to be feeling, then maybe you can kind of see like, okay, well, I see where this is coming from. But there's a lot more to this. And so the problem is that there's been many, many accounts that have been silenced. And that is a big problem. And Laura Loomer is one of them. Laura Loomer lost her monetization. And this has been a problem. And that's why we're covering it right now. Let me go back to this Twitter Spaces so we can listen. Okay. Wait a minute. Did it say I lost my blue check mark? No, it didn't. Hang on. There we go. Okay. All right. So that's the gist of it for the people that were confused. So I just want everybody to know.
But I would like to be able to post it myself. I don't want to have other people speaking for me.
Well, then I don't know. Maybe you shouldn't be violating terms of service.
I'm not violating terms of service. I just read to you what it said, and it said that
if we're gonna just try being like having a dialogue, so
but I
agree
I'm
with you,
telling you, I didn't post.
I like drink zero alcohol, but this is really selling me on the idea.
But wait a second. Hold on a second. Okay, so let's wait a second though. Wait a second. Let's say she violated the terms of just for sake of conversation. Let's say Laura, hold on. I just for the sake. Just hold on.
You sound like you're yelling all of your words.
For the sake of this conversation, let's say that Laura violated a terms of service that results in what she now has a 12-hour lock on her account. We've never before, at least I've never heard of, this seems to be a new phenomenon of somebody losing their badge and their verification and then other people affiliated with her having the same punishment. That seems to be a new phenomenon.
But okay, so yeah, that's true. But the point again is that like this whole quote violation was specifically for private information, and I believe that you said that you blurred the FEC report, and I think in that post you mentioned that in case they try getting me, I blurred it out or whatever. Is that accurate, Laura?
Yeah, I clearly said that I blurred the address, even though I technically didn't need to because it's a public document. But
right, so that's the whole point. So you, at least from what your message is saying, that it was about private information. It was an FEC report, which is public.
Yeah, it didn't say targeted harassment. It said, I'll send it to you right now, and then you can post it.
No, Elon Musk is not in this space.
Here's the issue, though. Here's the issue that we have to address. There are multiple people in this space right now who got censored this evening that didn't violate any terms of service and are seemingly being punished for either an opinion or being affiliated with Laura. We do not know.
Right.
And so that is the larger issue that we need to figure out, and we're not getting any answers on. So even if you want to say...
Now I can't send it because it says clearly in the message that you're allowed to send DMs if your account's restricted, but they must be making an exception for me because now I can't even send you a DM. So I'm going to have to text it to you, Owen, because I don't have Chief's numbers. So...
All right. Well, you can just text me.
Just target me.
You can text me whatever you want. I posted your locked out notification, but I'm saying even for the sake of this conversation, if we're willing to sacrifice that Laura violated a term of service and so therefore she's being punished, there's a larger punishment happening that's either for being affiliated with Laura or because you had a critical opinion of H-1B visas. And so this is the big question of the night. And we can focus on Laura, and that's fine. She deals with censorship all the time. But I think we're more concerned about censorship on X being the larger problem here. And I think that there's an undeniable phenomenon that we've witnessed in the last, say, 5 hours of what appears to be the next level of censorship on X.
Yeah, exactly. And I think it's worth having a discussion about why first of all, an incorrect label or an incorrect reason for lockout for 12 hours warrants not only a loss of subscribers, but a across-the-board knock on Owen, Cassandra, and all the people in conservative OG with their check mark. It's a cross-platform issue with that, but specifically with Loomer, it is very targeted towards her. And the post that she's talking about, I believe I saw it, and she did specifically say in that post, in case they try getting me or something, I blurred it out.
I appreciate that. Thank you so much.
Or not, basically try hiding up personal details like that to avoid being tagged, basically what just happened, I guess. So, you know,
it just sounds very personal because he's friends with him. He can. There's I get doxxed all the time. If you go and you look online, there were so many Indian accounts today posting my personal cell phone number, and of course, none of those people are getting shut down or silenced. And I can name countless accounts that have spread false information about me and targeted me and harassed me and doxed me and said malicious, false, defamatory things about me. And I reported them. And there are even people who work at Twitter. I'm not going to say who because, you know, I'm not going to disclose their identity, who have even told me that they suspect that some of the accounts that have targeted me and doxed me are protected accounts because they have not been taken down, even though from their own professional opinion and their own training at X, the posts clearly violate terms of service. So it just seems to be selective outrage. And okay, well, if you find my post to be a problem, like why can't there be a process where they review the post and then, you know, you can put in a petition or a review for why you think the post is not a violation of terms of service? Why do we have to escalate it to silencing people and taking away their subscriptions and taking away their verification? It's so over the top. Maybe Adrian can reply.
Yeah, I agree. So, I mean, Adrian, you heard, so from the description of the problem that Loomer had, where she had a post that was dinged for privacy or basically, you know, posting personal information or whatever, which was involving an FEC report, which she blurred out. And in that post mentioned that she tried to avoid any sort of, you know, issue with TOS, which is why she blurred out.
Can you show me the posts in question? Because normally when you are doing anything
like
and one of the
Elon.
posts
It's
is
not
found to be a
Elon.
violation of any
Holy
kind,
shit,
they
it
actually
sounds like
send you an
Elon.
email with the post in question. Can you send us these posts?
I can't because they just limited my account. So if you can try to,
in an email, they tell you what has happened,
I have not received
why
an
it has
email.
happened,
I
and
said that
show
earlier.
you.
I said that earlier.
Okay, so
sounds
Owen,
like
I didn't
Elon.
receive an email.
okay, so
It's fucking
Owen,
wild.
did you receive the any sort of information from Loomer about
Wild.
Yeah, I
about-
posted I posted the
No,
I
that-
posted the
that
notifications
is the difference.
that she was
He's
sent,
too
but it does
well-spoken to
not
be Elon,
include the
'cause
tweet or the
Elon
post rather in
stutters
question.
a lot. This guy
Because
doesn't.
I did not receive an email.
Okay, so you can look at Owen's account, and I'll let me look through here. I'm just looking at this the first time here. So it says temporary limits on your account features, and it says delete the content that violates our rules. One post. So if I'm correct, the post you're mentioning is that FEC report, because I remember seeing on my
Elon trolling
timeline,
her?
and glancing or whatever, like a couple
Yeah.
hours or so ago. So it was an FEC report that had blurred out bars or personal information, and you mentioned in said post that you did that to avoid being knocked by the TOS, correct?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Right. So I know the post you're talking about. I saw on my timeline. It was that's the whole that was the entire thing. She didn't say lives at XYZ or whatever. She made it clear in that post
No.
that she wanted to avoid being hit with TOS.
Yeah, because I'm not trying to get
Right.
anybody hurt or send anybody to anyone's house. I just want there to be a conversation, an honest conversation about immigration and the Trump administration.
Right.
I'm not trying to send anybody to anyone's home. I was very
You mean
conscious
these?
about blurring the address.
Okay. Right. So that's where we're at right now. That's the information we have. So
And I do not hate Indians. I've actually tweeted publicly that, well, prior to all of this and, you know, prior to Vivek's comments today and yesterday, I had actually tweeted publicly that I thought Vivek was a great communicator and that in the future, if he were to run for president, that I would have supported him. So I clearly don't agree with what he said today, but to say that I hate Indians or to say that I targeted
Okay, well,
this guy,
we're gonna leave this here because it's just a bunch of ultimately we're gonna have to see what Elon Musk has to say about it. I mean, we need Elon to respond, and he needs to clear all this up, and that's kind of the gist of it right there. So we're gonna leave it at that because I do have to. I was not planning on being live this long, but you know, yet here we are. So let me see here. All right, so let me catch up here. All right, so Harley Dave, what are you doing, Harley Dave? What are you doing? By the way, I think that where was it? You wanted me to open my DMs, Kira. Hang on. Right here. So this is what Kira sent me right here. I don't want to live in India at all. Laura Loomer response. God damn. Laura Loomer is savage as fuck, dude. Holy shit. I mean, but if that's the case, like if that's their justification for, silencing her or suspending her, what's the explanation for everyone else that's lost their check mark and verification? That's where the question comes into play. That's what I'm not fully understanding at this point in time. You know what I mean? So, okay. So, yeah, and thank you, Kira. I appreciate it. All right, where are we at? Holy crap. So Harley Dave dropped 20 gifted memberships. He's lost his mind. Booming Bob says, would you cry if I bought you Snake Eyes as a present of gratitude? Not the Snake Eyes movie. Get the hell out of my face with that. Justin Martin says, hey, yeah, B, talk your shit. Hey, I'm sorry. Partner, let me upgrade you. How you gonna upgrade me? What's higher than number 1? You know I used to beat that block. Now I bees the block. Partner, let me upgrade you. From Justin. Thank you, Justin. What is happening? Okay, so Kenny just says, I'm just saying thank you for reading it because he passed away on the 22nd. Az and Ryan both gave him a shout out. It's my birthday, so that's why I asked. My bad. No. No, I didn't understand it how it was worded. So can you type it? Actually, I want to go back to your super chat. I'm going to find your super chat. I don't want to make you don't send anything else. I'm going back to your original one. I just misunderstood it because I didn't know if you're talking about here it is. Or I didn't know if you were talking about Gary from Nerdrotic or what. So there's all these inside jokes that the chat has. So I'm trying to find your original. Here it goes. Kenny Justice says, last 5 for my late foster dad, Gary. Shout out. Thank you, Jeremy, for a great birthday gift. I will miss him, and I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for him. So so your super chat was for your late foster dad, Gary. Okay, that's what you were saying. I just didn't understand it. So I will drop a 10 gifted membership for your late foster dad, Gary. So this is the shout out. So here's the 10 gifties in the name of your late foster dad. Here we go. 10 gifties right here. Here we go. RIP in memory of Gary. Here we go. And bam, there we go. Rest in peace, sir. And thank you, Kenny. I appreciate you, brother. And sorry for your loss. Lean back, have a snack, take a nap. Says Jeremy only cries when John McClane hugs Al Powell at the end of Die Hard, a Christmas movie. Anthony says Paramount is doing a new Power Rangers movie animation TV show. I want to kick off a new universe. Paramount respects the material. We'll see. Jim P says deep state attack behind his back. Eric K says that Eric is not me. I do not sound soy. Dave Chandler says I spent the last 30 seconds laughing at the idea of Jeremy, a homosexual, being at the center of any online conspiracy, given the number of times that we've watched this camera, audio, or screen shares fail. I'm a great YouTuber. What are you talking about? Harley Dave says, why is it that you make me hate our government more? Hate you, Jeremy. Look at Harley Dave. He loves me so much. 10 gifties. Let's go. Thank you. Jeremy can't remember to turn his mic on half the time. By the way, muted. Any chance of getting Kevin Sorbo in the chat? How many 199s will it take? I mean, I don't know. We could summon him. I will put out a tweet. Okay, we'll see if we can get him to drop in the chat one day. How about that? All right. Let's see. Sapphire Prince becomes a new member. Thank you. Laura Loomer, a drama queen. Harley Dave says this is very true. I can't even expect Jeremy to turn on his microphone, let alone actually be a speaker of the people. Figs are always muted. Ann Coulter and Laura Loomer are the same. Tactical Dish Soap says Internet Blood Sports just reached a new level tonight. Harley Dave says, why are you gay? Misery Bronte says, option A, Loomer's a plant. Option B, Loomer's dumb. There's Harley Dave with a freaking $200 super chat. Let's see. H-1B visas ruined the Bay Area. The tech companies took advantage of the program. There's an interview of the guy that created it. He himself also said so. Got you. And Kira says, I DM'd you on Twitter that post from Laura. The Laura limiting is justified, and unfortunately, the people supporting her are getting looped in with supporting her message. That may not be getting seen. It's terrible. She made it something it wasn't. Laura Loomer she's definitely an acquired taste, I guess, is the best way to put it. Jimbo says, since this is no longer a short Cobra Cast, you should play Trump's 2016 statement on H-1B. I'm hoping he moves back to that stance. That's going to be a Friday night one right there. I do have it. Right here. Yo, Jeremy, I've been watching you for a long time, since The Last Jedi. First donation. Love your content. Keep being blunt and authentic. 199. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Been supporting for a long time. Short stream. It's well over fucking 2 hours now. Eric K says, bring on the AI overlords to ruin everything. Drunk Emerald Arrow says, hail the 199. Hail Jeremy. Be lurking, as I have been busy with work and doing my own show now. Yes, thank you, man. I appreciate it. Good work. You've been following a long time, so I'm glad that you're doing your own thing. Darth Bob says, thanks for taking those sunglasses off. Merry New York. Darth Bob says, you're a fig. Harley Dave 104, Flag Ninja 105, Harley Dave 105. Let's see. Holy crap. Jason Platten for $500. Merry Christmas, brother. I recently got promoted to an IT manager with a huge pay raise, and I always wanted to share some of the newfound wealth of my favorite streamer. Love what you do, and always look forward to your coverage of recent events around our country. Keep me updated and make me laugh. Can't wait for the next 4 years what will bring us. Hey, man, first of all, congratulations on your promotion. Humbly, thank you so much for the support. That is insane. I'm blown away by it. And you say, like, keep me updated and make me laugh. You know, Krista said something to me that kind of really, it stood out to me, because we were talking about MegaCon and getting prepared for MegaCon. And, you know, she said, you know, a lot of people didn't know what the 199 was, but they were fans of Geeks and Gamers. And I'm like, what do you mean? And she goes, I think there's a lot of people that show up that they don't watch the live streams and they only have time for the videos. And it hit, she said this to me like today. And I was like, you know, that's something I lose sight of, that we have hundreds of thousands of followers on these channels. And me not making videos, I am doing a disservice to the people that don't have time to sit here and watch a 2-hour live stream. A lot of people rely on me or Geeks and Gamers to make smaller, shorter videos so that they can be informed as to what's going on. And the fact that I've stopped making videos is a disservice to those people that don't have time. And so I have to start making more videos. I have to. And so that your comment reminded me about, like, keep me updated, you know, make me laugh. So even if you don't have, like, you know, everybody has jobs, they have bills, they have lives, they have families, they have things going on. Everybody doesn't have time to sit here for a 2-hour live stream and hear of all the memes and the jokes and all that stuff. So more videos on the way for not only D-Day Cobra, but also Geeks and Gamers. And thank you, Jason. I appreciate it, man. Merry Christmas to you and everybody in the chat. Yeah, Jeremy, they're called clips. Yeah, I know. But actual videos too, because my D-Day Cobra Clips channel is doing pretty well. So is Geeks and Gamers 2. Geeks and Gamers 2 is doing very well. And so I'm really happy that those channels are doing good, but still me making individual uploads is something I need to do more of. So I will be doing more of those. And Laughing Man, quit yelling at me.
What more do you want from me?
It's all Laughing Man does. It's all he does. He just gives me crap. But since Laughing Man is here in the chat, I'll give him his favorite clip.
Damn!
One more time for the people in the back.
Damn!
Let's see. Cornelius says that no wonder aliens, no wonder aliens avoid us, celebrating the birth of Christ one moment, fighting one another the next. That's the human spirit right there, isn't it? Andrew for a 199. Thank you so much. Kenny Justice says, have me in tears, sir. Thank you. I had to send you. Oh, man. Hey, seriously, I appreciate it, man. I'm sorry I misunderstood the first message, and I felt bad about that. So, yeah, man, thank you, and rest in peace to your foster dad, Gary. And we got your back here at the 199, Kenny. So that's awesome, man. And Merry Christmas to you and your family. And we're glad that you're still hanging out with us, still here, and it's good stuff. Laura Loomer is trying to post on X right now, is she? Freaking no telling what's going on with that. So I am going to have to wrap this up. Holy crap, what a stream. I was not expecting this, but Laughing Man says, why won't Jeremy cry for super chats? Is that Jeremy's face on Tyrese? Yes. Hang on. Where's that at? Yes, that's what it is. Here it is. This is when everybody in the chat's yelling at me.
What more do you want from me?
It's such a cursed fucking video. It's terrible. It's absolutely horrible. Harley Dave says, good. Wait, not that one. Which one do you want, Harley Dave? What more do you want from me? Shit. And by the way, I don't know if he's here. I think I saw his name go by. But Jay Hailstorm has his 2nd million viewed short here on this channel. So Jay Hailstorm's crushing it. Damn. Oh, you want that? I just played that one, Harley Dave. I just played it. Here we go. Here it is. Damn. And with that, we're going to end it. Hailstorm is here. Okay, cool. So yeah, Hailstorm's been crushing it on the shorts, and that's really, really good stuff. So, all right, guys, we're going to call it there. Thank you so very much. I appreciate it. Make sure you subscribe to D-Day Cobra Clips. And I hope that, oh, well, I mean, I know we didn't get a proper 199, but we did get a couple of big super chats. Okay. So here you go, guys. This is for you. All right, here we go.
Should I do it?
Do not come.
I'm going to do it.
Do not come.
I'm gonna come.
All right, we're gonna leave you with some Sabaton. You guys have a great evening. Hail to the 199. Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, and we'll see you guys tomorrow. Have a good one. Bye, everyone. All right, guys. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. We'll see you for Geeks Gamers Daily tomorrow. And there'll be a Cobra Cast tomorrow night as well. So I hope you will tune in. We'll see what the developments are over the next 24 hours. And we'll do a full update over there. Again, Jason, thank you for that $500 super chat. Insane. Harley Dave, you mad lad. All the gifted memberships. Kira, you donated to everybody that donated. You know what? Dropping 10 more gifted memberships just for the hell of it. Hang on. Let's see. Just for the hell of it. Just because everybody's been so cool tonight. So 10 more. Here we go. Boom. And did it go through? And boom. There it is. All right. So I appreciate it. I guess technically it's tonight since we're already past 1 a.m. Or 12 a.m. Central Time. So, all right, guys, have a good night, and we will talk to all of you later. Bye, everyone.